What's good, everybody? It's your boy JD, aka OTR Mic Drop. Your boy's suffering with COVID right now, but hey, I'm dedicated to this shit. I'm here. Welcome to Over the Roast Wrestling Podcast. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm about to pass out.
I'm about to say, damn, that boy, you sound sick. Hey, what's up? What's up? What it do? What it do? What it do? This is your boy Jay, aka Rant Jay, aka I can't say Wednesday night Jay because it's Thursday night, so let's just say Thursday night Jay, and that's it.
All right, everybody, what's going on? This is your man Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey, aka as Jay said, Thursday night Trey. We got a packed show for y'all tonight, so we'll go ahead and get right into it. It was a big weekend uh, and Monday for wrestling. See, we got a couple people in the house with us right now. So Truth is here, and then we got Playing Sarcasm decided to jump on in. We have well
Appreciate it,
wishes for
bro.
you.
Appreciate it. Hey, I'm at the last brink right now. Like, this junk hit me Tuesday. I'm talking about, I don't know if anybody has ever, like, taken a steaming hot shower and still had the chills. That's how down and out I was. Like,
Mm.
Mm.
I don't know. That junk smacked me around like Dale Rhea was doing live half the match.
All right. So y'all got a chance to look over the topics, right?
Yeah.
All right. I can't
Well,
wait for
Jay's
the
doing it
one.
right now.
I can't wait for the last topic that we have. I really want to get JD on opinion on this one.
Oh,
But
do you want to start with that to get it over with while I got the energy right now?
all right, well let's start with it. You go
Okay.
introduce it.
All right. So I'm hyped for it, but I also have
Reservations.
some weary feelings about it. The Lucha Bros are supposed to be going to WWE. Now, everybody knows that's like my best tag team. That I've been following for a while since they was in Lucha Underground. The reason why I feel a certain way is I think we are at a standstill where Mexican lucha wrestlers are straight mid card. Like they can't get over the hump. We haven't seen what anybody since Alberto Del Rio and maybe Rey Mysterio get that extra shine. So I feel like that they're gonna get lost in the sauce, man. They're
Don't
not
worry,
doing
don't
nothing with
worry.
Andrade.
I'm about to get that run.
You
They're not
said
doing nothing with Andrade. They're
you
not
said
doing
mid
nothing
card.
with
I'm
what?
about to get that run.
I'm just saying mid card is gracious for you because they're not even mid card.
I mean, yeah, because fucking Andrade, he's the speed champion. I'm like, damn, he gets screen time, but the only way you really see him is on Wednesdays on X. Um, uh, I mean, yeah, they're just not using them. So I just hope that it could go two ways. They could throw him in the NXT, where they could increase their viewership. But if you throw them into the main roster, it's like, all right, they probably will be the face Hispanic group or whatever. They could team up with Del Rio since not Del Rio, but Andrade since factions are in right now. But I don't know. Just gonna have to see. Like it's real weary right now. What y'all think?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm excited. Well, actually, no, because I'm an AEW guy, so they need to keep all the tag teams they got, but they're not using them. So if they can
Yeah,
go to WWE and WWE actually going to use them right, because the tag team division right now is subpar. and uh, I
It's
really don't know
faction.
what the hell they're gonna do. Yeah, it's faction based. Unless they're gonna bring Pac with
Yeah.
them to keep Death Triangle together.
Nah, he ain't coming back. He ain't coming back.
Is it
But
is it my turn? Is it my turn?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Me. Let me see how to say this in the nicest way ever. There's no point in them coming to WWE. They're better off going TNA, maybe staying AEW where they're at. There ain't no point in them coming to WWE.
they redoing Lucha
WWE,
Underground.
well, they
They
better go
redo.
back to They better go back to Lucha
Yeah.
Underground. Then WWE
They
is
don't got
one.
Lucha
They're
Underground.
I said
No, they're redoing it.
if they
They're redoing
revamp
Lucha
it,
Uh,
Underground.
if what
Yeah, they're redoing Lucha
so what they
Underground.
gonna take everybody from AAA and put them on Lucha Underground?
they need to.
Probably.
WWE is
That's what I heard.
trash when it comes to the
Believe
tag team
so. Like
division.
if they do that, so if they do that, that would explain why Ricochet left because he was Prince Puma with Lucha Underground. Uh, it would explain like Johnny. I don't know what the hell you want to call him. Johnny Mundo, Johnny Elite, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny. Impact, whatever. Like we haven't seen him, so there's a lot of people that you can see. But keep
They
going,
might
bro.
as well
I'm
go.
sorry.
They might as well go to NXT if they come to WWE. If they come on the main roster, they're never going to be seen on TV other than their debut, or other than some squash ass match that they're going to put them in, kind of like they do the LWO now.
Hmm.
LWO is a bust. LWO is trash. LWO is
Yeah,
ass. LWO
yeah.
is, let me think, what else rhymes with trash and ass? Ass.
Oh,
So I
where
I
my
mean,
think. I
gunshots
think.
at? Damn.
I'm just saying
I,
there's no point there's no point of them coming to the WWE unless they go to NXT. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to put any
the worst
belts on
thing.
them.
The worst thing that they could have did with LWO is not having somebody turn on them within that group to just like they just disappeared.
I don't know what the point.
When
I don't know
Carlito
what
did
the
it.
point of them doing LWO. I mean, first it was what's his name, then it was Carlito. I mean,
Wait, hold on now. LWO was good when Eddie was around now.
no, I'm not talking about
Oh,
that.
shout
I'm
out
talking
Zanla.
Nah, nah.
about
I'm looking at the comments.
He joined the stream.
I'm just saying, I'm talking about LWO now. Everything
Yeah.
current now. There's no point. Absolutely
No.
no point. When it comes down to the Hispanic culture in WWE, Dirty Diamond's the only one holding it down right now. I mean, you can't
Facts.
really add Rey Mysterio in the mix because Rey Mysterio is a legend, a Hall of Famer. So
Hmm.
anytime Rey Mysterio really gets in the ring, you know it's gonna be something exciting. God, how many lightning strikes you gonna do?
Oh, you can hear that?
It went off like a
Okay, I
thousand
didn't know because I
times.
can't hear it. Because I can't hear it. It's a gunshot.
Oh, they don't sound like no
Okay, so
gunshot.
only one of us can hear. Only one of us can hear this. JD, could you hear it?
No.
All right, my
It went
bad,
off
bro.
20. It
You
went
was
off
ranting,
20
so I was
times.
trying to.
I can
That's when it
tell.
froze.
Listen,
My
man.
bad.
As, well, next topic. Next topic. This ain't even worth staying on for that long. Next topic, because yeah,
This is
I'm gonna
probably
mess
running
around
since
and
you
I'm
was
gonna mess around and say some shit I can't come back from.
okay. Y'all must be able to hear it. Damn. Okay. But all right, let's go ahead and get to everything. SummerSlam recap. Uh, overall, how did y'all? What y'all graded? I'll go with
9 out
A.
of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it like A minus. Yeah,
Are we giving a letter
9 out of
grade or a
10.
number grade? Because
either
I
one
gave
one.
it a
person
number.
number one. Okay.
Letter
Either
grade
one.
is kind of obsolete because A can be anywhere from a 8 to a 10. Like
Yeah.
I gave it a 9 out of 10.
I mean, seeing as how I was almost 100% right in all of my predictions, minus the CM Punk match. Um, I would have to say that it's probably been one of their best pay-per-views that they've had in a minute. So I'll give it a 9 out of 10, just because I'm happy that damn near all the championships we had new champions.
from since WrestleMania. Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, which match I want to start with?
Just go down the line.
All
We can
right, well
start
then
with the
let's start with
opener.
the
What opened it? The women's
Live and Rhea.
championship match.
Live and
Liv and
Rhea.
Rhea.
Yep.
All right, so what? Oh, so I told y'all that Don was going to like purposely turn on her. I told y'all that.
I mean, I give you
That's
that.
what
You
he
caught that
did.
one. I mean, I saw it. It was
It wasn't
too.
gonna be no accident.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw
It
it
was
coming.
predictable because I'm gonna tell you.
It
This is
was.
how I knew that I was gonna be right. This is how I knew I was gonna be right. Number one, Rhea hasn't come out to a match with Dom in forever. That's number one. I know that he's part of this love triangle, and if you look at the interviews that she was doing prior to SummerSlam, she was calling him her man and doing all this other stuff, just being way more affectionate than she's ever been. And then um, her licking Dom and kissing him and taunting Liv during the match, I was like, okay, yeah, this nigga about to turn.
I
It was
mean,
clear as day to me.
part of
I
the
wasn't expecting him to
prenuptial
make out with
agreement
her
was
with the French kisses and everything, but I was like,
part of the prenup with Buddy Murphy was that she had to end things with Dom. No, I'm just playing. I
Uh,
mean, listen, I think at this point, Rhea and Damian Priest are two face, like to be part of the Judgment Day right now.
she was a face even when she began Judgment Day. That's how
No, she
bad.
wasn't. She wasn't a face until she won that women's championship. Once she
yeah,
won
that's
that
when she became
women's
a face.
championship, no matter what she tried to do to be a heel, it wasn't working, especially with the fans. Like it didn't matter. So I mean, and honestly, I think she's too big for Judgment Day. Honestly,
Uh, but we can get to that because we'll talk about all that because that's all that happened. That's some of the raw breakdown. But as far as the actual match itself, how did you feel about the way the turn happened?
I like the way that they did it. Like it wasn't just a straight turn. I like kind of like how he took the chair from her. Kind of making her realize like, hey, you're gonna get disqualified. Like I like the build up to it, right?
Yeah.
It
Hmm.
normally you just see just a straight betrayal that comes, but it was kind of like subtle. And then you like after he took the chair, you kind of had that eyebrow go up like the Rock, but I can't raise it because if I try, both of them gonna go up. So like you get that eyebrow thing that the Rock does where it goes up, and you're like, wait a minute, like is he? And then you're like, nah, okay, he's trying to keep her from getting disqualified. And then bam,
Uh,
it comes. So I can appreciate it.
yeah.
What about you, JD?
Um, I was like you. Like I know I had my mixed feelings about how the turn was gonna happen, but once I seen them walk out from the gorilla area, I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
Hmm.
Like anytime they show like a team walking out through the gorilla or they do a long ass entrance together, it's almost kind of like the demise of their relationship. So when I seen that, I was like, they've never did that before. Anytime Rhea's always came out, she came out by herself, and then we see Dom in the background. So that
Especially
was
for
like,
title
oh,
matches.
Yeah.
right. Um, and then like just the match was good. I liked how she did her little Shayna Baszler rendition when Shayna Baszler was on NXT when she dislocated her shoulder and ran it into the ring post.
Okay,
Um,
I was about to ask you about because when I saw when she was like, "Oh, it's out," I thought she was gonna tell Dom to like pull that shit. I didn't think she was gonna fucking ram her shoulder into the damn announce
yeah,
table.
yeah,
You
Shayna
know,
Baszler did that in
now
NXT.
now that you brought that up, right? I have to give props to the cameraman. Okay.
Hmm.
And the reason why I say that is because I've dislocated my shoulders thousands of
Oh, I
times.
know,
Okay.
I know.
So from the camera angle that they had, her shoulder looked like it really popped out. Like
It
I,
really
I
did.
really thought that her shoulder was out for
That
a
that
second.
little dent that was right there. I was like, is her
So,
shoulder really out of place?
so I gotta give kudos to the cameraman because he caught that at the right angle to make that shoulder look like it actually did came out. Now I knew it was full of crap when she rammed it into the table because it didn't even look
Nobody in
real.
there, nobody in their mind would ever do that.
But
I like the storytelling because you know when she did that shit and she started doing all this, you see Liv, she was like, "Fuck,"
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
like okay, like Liv was selling it. What else? One more thing about this match. If you actually pay attention, you notice that Dom, when Rhea was standing out there, Dom actually put her in place for Liv to kick her into the stairs. If you
Yeah,
actually
Oh
look
yeah,
at
he did low key lead her into that. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, he did.
but
But the
so
ending,
then yeah,
we actually got to see somewhat emotions coming from Rhea, and that's
yeah, she was
something
crying.
normally you don't see. Like, and but then you can see like how she was trying to hold herself together with her
Hey
rage
man,
and
she got
stuff
her heart
like that.
broken.
So
Her Latino
yeah,
heat turned on
for
her.
the
She got her
first
heart
time
broken.
ever. Yeah.
hmm But all right, so then yeah, we'll talk more about this them two later on. We can go our Raw recap. All right, let's go to the next match. Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn. I believe this match was about 6 minutes.
Yeah, it was supposed to go 10.
not my
Finally.
favorite. Not my
Thoughts?
favorite match of the night. Not my favorite match of the
Finally.
night. I'm happy
Finally.
that Brown. I'm happy that Brown won. I mean, I think that he should have won last pay per view. Um, but I don't know, man. The match wasn't that exciting to me.
Hey, his Frankensteiner was legit.
Yeah,
Mhm. I was saying least favorite match. It
I
was
mean, it could have went
yeah.
longer, but you're
I
dealing with a 36, 37 year old Sami Zayn compared to a 24, 25,
Plus
26 year
plus
old Braun.
you had to account for the time of the other matches too. You knew the last two matches were going to go long.
it's not that.
Yeah, but
I think this is what they did, right? This is my theory on it, but this is what I think they did. I think Sami Zayn beating Braun at the last pay per view or premium live event, whatever you want to call it.
PLE.
I think it really hurt Braun's image. I said
yeah,
that.
You
did
Remember,
think
I
so?
said that after I said that in one of our episodes a while back ago after the last pay per view event. I said that I think that they really messed up with having him lose to Sami Zayn and Sami Zayn kind of taking him the distance. Right, it breaks up his image as this monster that he's supposed to be. You know what I mean? All they talk about is the 22 mile per hour that he gets up to from rope to rope before he hits with the spear and all the other kind of stuff, right? So I kind of think what they did was they went back and they was like, all right, we need you to beat Sammy in 6 minutes or it's supposed to be 10 minutes, whatever, to kind of reestablish some of that dominance that he kind of lost at the last event. For the average fan, it probably worked. For me, I see right through it. Like it to me, it's a little bit too late for them to kind of go back when you let Sami Zayn take him the distance and then beat him. You know what I mean?
You said can't 22 miles per hour. Them lying ass stats.
Well, that shit was not 22 miles per hour at SummerSlam. He was going more like -3 when he went off that second rope. It was slow
oh
as
yeah.
hell.
If you pay attention, I watched the WWE live when they did the Fanatics where they were signing shit. The crowd barking like Braun then low key became a face after winning his title because the fans like him.
Yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, all right. So let's move on. Next match, we had the hometown boy Logan Paul, who was accompanied to the ring by Machine Gun Kelly, another Cleveland native, versus L.A. Knight, and L.A. Knight took the win. Yeah. So
LA
what's
Knight
up?
took
What
the
y'all think
win,
about this one?
but LA Knight took the win. But I don't care what anybody say. Logan Paul stole the show. Like
Yeah, Logan Paul
Bro,
Logan
is
you
some
see that
other
move
Logan
he
shit.
did?
Paul, yeah,
That
Logan
fucking
Paul
moonsault.
stole the show. Like
Yeah,
his athlete,
he
I can't even
definitely
talk.
top Bad Bunny. He
Yeah,
definitely top Bad Bunny.
yeah.
Like he got all my respect
People saying that
because
he stole that move from somebody in Japan. I was like, I don't care. He still hit it.
I don't
it don't
care
fucking
where it's
matter.
it don't matter.
He
Yeah,
fucking did that shit.
I
I
mean,
saw
like
somebody
Like,
online. I saw somebody online, and the criticism about Logan was that he doesn't have any actual moves. He just steals all his moves.
everybody does that. Everybody in
Yeah.
WWE does it unless you start wrestling in the fucking 90s. Like Damian Priest had to switch his damn finishing move 3 times because they were all similar to somebody else from the past. Like,
that is
Oh,
by far the
we
dumbest.
gonna talk about
That's the
we gonna
dumbest
talk
thing
about
I've ever
Damian
heard.
Priest. We gonna talk about it because I hate the
In
fact that he
order to
used
not steal
Razor's
somebody's
Edge.
move, you have to completely create a whole new setup. You throw somebody off the ropes, you're stealing somebody's move. I mean,
bro,
what are we talking
at
about? At
one
one point,
point,
the drop kick was somebody's finisher move. The
at
leg
one
drop
point,
was somebody's finish.
we had 5 people doing a spear at the same time.
Yeah,
We still do.
that's that's the dumbest.
Everybody has a super kick. If you're under 5'10", you got a super kick.
Exactly. Just
Exactly.
like everybody has a frog splash.
Yep.
Everybody has a moonsault. Like that's
Yep.
the dumbest statement I've ever heard somebody say.
I'm just letting you know what the people are talking about, Jay.
Well, those people are stupid.
But all right, LA Knight is your new US champion. What y'all think about that?
I'm
That's the
fine
highest
with
he's
it.
gonna
I was just about to say the same thing.
go. Hey,
Yeah, he's not.
unless he goes to Raw, that's the highest he gonna go, buddy. Take
I
your
don't
ass to Raw.
see. I see it being a very long time before LA Knight breaks out of the mid card. Like I feel like he's capped out at mid card, and it's gonna have to take a really big push from the WWE universe, kind of like how they did with Kofi to get him into that championship status. Even though Kofi should have been there years ago, but I mean, I don't know. I don't see LA Knight with the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship. Not anytime soon, at least.
I'm about to say ever.
Not anytime soon, no.
4 people gotta retire before he does that.
All right. What about John Cena having a 2015 US title run like John Cena?
Yeah, you said John Cena twice.
I was about to say, yeah. You mean what about LA Knight having a 2015 title run like John Cena?
I don't know. John Cena Superman. It could be him twice.
So
So, but
okay,
it's
so
like open challenges and shit.
nah. So this is the thing. Every person that LA Knight runs into and has a feud with, they always say that he's a carbon copy
Copy.
of the Rock and Stone Cold, right? Having
Hmm.
him, shut up, Jay. Having him do a John Cena title run is not gonna increase him. It's gonna decrease his value because they're gonna see somewhat resemblance to that.
Didn't he already team up with John Cena once?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was during Cena's summer return or whatever it was that he was doing when he was doing the summer tour. I mean, listen, do y'all listen? We got people in the chat
he's
right
had
now, okay?
okay.
So,
So
there. Hold on. There are people that can contest to this. All right. I bet each one of y'all right now $20 that LA Knight loses that championship before Survivor Series.
Before November? What month is this? Okay,
August.
August. Let me see. September, October. So you trying to tell me that you think he's gonna lose it in November or October?
Before Survivor Series.
We got 3 months.
You want to take the bet?
Okay,
All right.
I'll bet you
I
twenty
can name
dollars that he
I can
that
name
he
two
won't.
people
Right?
off the top of my head that can take it back. That can take that championship back.
Andrade and Melo.
Yep. Because you got Bash at Berlin, and then you got what's the other one? Bad Blood. Those are two PLEs before Survivor Series.
I
Do you
guarantee you
think he
he
gets a
probably end
rematch
up
with
losing
Logan
it.
Paul?
It
If
could be
Logan
Logan Paul. It could be Logan
at this
Paul.
point, nah. Logan Paul's
He
gonna
got
try
a
to run it back
rematch.
with
That don't mean
Cody.
that Logan's gonna win. Try to run it back with
Nah,
Cody. What you
Logan
into?
Paul's gonna try to run it back against Cody.
Watch it be
You talking
somebody
about this
like
too many,
hold
man?
on,
Hell
listen.
no.
Watch it be somebody like KO or Randy Orton that he loses it to. You want to bet?
Randy Orton fighting.
We gonna talk about Randy.
Yeah,
We gonna talk about Randy.
yeah.
We ain't there yet. Jay always jumping the gun, man.
I wasn't jumping the gun. I was just saying you were saying like two people that he could lose it to. I said watch it be somebody like KO or Randy Orton that he would end up losing it
Okay,
to.
if KO wins it, then they trying to give him like the Chris Jericho Miz run with the United States Championship. If KO wins it again. All right. Let's move on to the women's championship, WWE Women's Championship. Bailey versus Nia Jax.
Next,
Nia Jax with the Yokozuna.
I listen,
Uh,
listen, listen, listen.
You
All right.
didn't like Bailey power bombing her off the ropes?
No, that was the most exciting part of the match. Okay, the rest of the match was weak as hell. Other than that, I don't understand like why Nia Jax had to do what's the name of her move again?
I
Like
just call it the Yokozuna.
whatever it is, I can't remember the name of the move. Okay, there is no reason why Bailey tapped out of that the very first time when she hit that move on her. Okay,
She ain't tap
Bailey
out.
should have.
She pinned her.
I mean, that's what I'm
no,
saying. Like
she
she kicked
kicked
out of the
out.
pin. She kicked out of the
Oh
pin.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All I'm saying is, after she
They
got
turned all
hit
the
the
baby
first
faces
time,
like Cena.
the match should have been over, right? Let alone for Nia Jax to go on and do it two more times, and the only reason why she won was because of the interference from Tiff.
Hmm.
They do a great job at making Nia look like for the women's division where she's supposed to be the most dominant, the most weakest. Like they do a great job at painting her. She's supposed to be this unmovable, force or whatever it is in the women's division, and she's supposed to
That's
dominate
why
her
they don't.
opponents.
That's why they
And
don't call her the irresistible force no more.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But then they make
They
her
had to
in the
take that.
matches look like the weakest person in the world. I
Well,
can't
Bleacher
stand
Report
it.
No,
gave this a
not
B
the
minus match.
weakest. Hold on, not the weakest. They make it look like that she's the dumbest person in the ring
Both,
because she falls for the stupidest shit.
both.
Nah, you right. You right. Truth. Her kicking out that was nasty work. And sarcasm, bro. She's not. She don't suck. She's actually pretty good. She's gotten better since she's come back.
She's gotten. I give
But
her that. Her in ring wrestling has been better. If
she's
not,
limited.
honestly, it's
She's
probably
limited.
been some of the best that she's put out since she's been wrestling. But at the same time, here's another person that's supposed to dominate, right?
Yeah.
Bailey wasn't supposed to last as long as she should have lasted in the ring with Nia Jax, as well as Nia Jax should not have been able, like, she should have been able to win that match without the interference from Tiff. That's my point that I'm getting at. That right there made her weak, and the fact that she had to hit her finishing move twice on Bailey just to make sure that she wasn't going to kick out of the pin is what made it even worse.
Yeah, but heels do that all the time. They hit their moves multiple times
Mm.
just to rub it in. Because that was the third time she hit it. But I want to get JD's. I really got to hear what JD said because JD said he thought this was going to turn into a triple threat leading after this match, like going forward.
Because
You still feel that way?
they they fucking did everything but do exactly what I said. But future references, yeah, Bailey's not done with Nia. Uh,
No, we
And
already know what's going to happen.
Tiffany definitely gonna get at Nia about that title
Bailey's going to get
oh
at
yeah,
Nia, and then once Bailey gets at Nia, Tiff is going to cash in the money in the bank on Nia. Like, come on, and then it's going to make Nia look even more weak because now she's getting cashed in on by Tiff, who is
again.
her friend. So
Again,
exactly.
like they said, like Alexa Bliss. Yeah, you right, sarcasm.
Well, I
Like
mean, think about
Alexa
it.
Bliss.
Ronda got cashed in
but,
twice in her career, so I
but
mean,
this
Yeah,
is
but I'm talking about
this
because
thing.
Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax were like Tiffany and Nia. They were best friends on screen.
yeah.
But I'm
So
telling you, what happened with that? They did that because she was getting written off. Like Jackson's getting written off because
hmm
she was too reckless.
Yeah.
hmm
So with this, I feel like this is her second. This is only her second championship.
She better get a push because if she doesn't get a push and the fans aren't going for it, she's not getting a third. I promise you that.
Oh yeah, nah.
hmm
This is it.
They
This
putting
is
her in
it.
the back with Natty.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with special guest referee Seth Rollins. Thoughts?
Predictable.
Did you
Everything
think it was
about
going
this
to
match.
happen the exact way it happened?
Yeah.
CM Punk was going to lose his
So I
cool like
did.
always and cost
No,
himself.
I took CM Punk to win. I took CM Punk to win. So
Yeah.
I really honestly I thought the only thing I thought about the ending I thought was gonna be different was I thought that either Drew or CM Punk was gonna take out Seth. And then I thought that a ref was gonna come down from the back and then end up counting 1, 2, 3 for CM Punk to win. That's how I saw the match ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they might have heard too many of the same type of scenarios and they added a twist to it because CM Punk looking at Seth holding the bracelet and losing his cool, and then GTS in him. Like I was like, oh shit, did not see that coming.
Yeah.
But he
Do
got
you
low
think they making
blow.
too much of that? You think they making too much of that bracelet?
Yeah, because I knew that
Um,
CM Punk was going to lose once he saw once he did the whole thing with Seth while he was wearing the bracelet. I was sitting on the couch like, all right, CM Punk's not winning this because they kept making him be distracted over this damn bracelet. Like every
right.
part of this match, you look at it, there's three different parts of the match where this bracelet came into play, and then CM Punk got for it. So I
Yeah.
like by then it was just like, all right, they're ODing with
It's
this
like they
bracelet.
use it. Yeah, it's like they using a bracelet like a championship.
Yeah,
And my whole thing was, and this is like they played on the fact that CM Punk is a loose cannon because seriously, like Punk was acting like he was going to run out of the building with the bracelet after the match was over. Like he said, he
yeah,
picked it up because he was actually saving it. He didn't want it to break. That's the most durable bracelet I've ever seen in my life. Like
Right.
the way they just be taking that shit on and off. But yeah, CM Punk, I think I love the fact that CM Punk lost. He got exactly what he deserved. That motherfucker has been caught, even though uh, Drew did take him out and gloat about it. The fact that CM Punk the entire time has been saying that Drew McIntyre is too in his emotions and always getting on him about that, and literally his CM Punk's emotions is what cost him the match. I loved it. I
I
loved it.
just
Yeah.
tell you this though,
I
if
just
they draw
I
this out
just
to WrestleMania, I'm gonna be annoyed.
I
The,
just
the, the
love the
Hell in a
fact
Cell is
that
coming at Bad Blood, bro. The Hell in a Cell is coming at Bad Blood. Now, whether it's
I
triple threat or what, I don't know. But actually,
I just
we'll
love
talk
the
about Seth
fact
in a little.
that he's in WWE and he lost his
Yeah,
first one-on-one match. I love it.
Mhm.
I love it because that means that they're
Yes,
not keen to push him like that.
I feel
CM
like
Punk is
bad.
one of the most cerebral wrestlers ever, but gets distracted by a bracelet. Exactly.
I feel like if they do a triple threat at Bad Blood, it has to be for like a number one contenders match. Like
Well,
it can't be
unfortunately, we're
just
not
a
getting that.
it can't be just a regular triple threat match. Like there's nothing on the line for it to be a triple threat match. It would kind of be pointless.
Well, we ain't getting
All
that.
right.
So
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Seth in a little bit. Truth. All right. So uh, Jay brought it up earlier. Brought this man's name up earlier. We have the World Heavyweight Championship: Damian Priest versus Gunta, the Ring General.
good,
So
great
we know what
match.
happened. Finn turned as we all thought. You and then they foreshadowed it early in the event because after Dom turned on Rhea, Priest went to the back. He grabbed up Finn, trying to find where Dom is at, and then when they came back later on, right before his match with Gunther, he apologized to Finn. Finn apologized back to him. Just apologize, just to apologize because he didn't do nothing wrong yet. and he said, "I know you don't want me out there, but I got your back anyway." Priest didn't even say don't do it. He was like, "Whatever, all right, cool, appreciate it." And then we got the turn. But how did y'all feel about the overall match? And then the turn.
The match was all right. The match was what it was, what I thought it was going to be, right? So
No
remember
priest
a couple of,
botch.
remember a couple of years ago when we had what was it, Bobby Lashley versus
Oh, you
Goldberg,
mean JD's favorite wrestler, Bobby
and it
Lashley?
was, and remember we were counting, we were literally just texting each other that spear number one, spear number
Yeah.
two, spear
Yep.
number three, right?
Uh huh.
I just wanted to text y'all, be like, oh, chop number one, chop number
Oh
two.
my
Like
God.
Kick number two. Kick
there
number
really
three.
was there really wasn't any wrestling that really went down in this match too
Okay,
much, right?
I got a question for y'all. When Damian Priest be throwing them damn kicks, how y'all feel about that? I feel like he too tall to be throwing them damn kicks.
Yeah, he too big to be throwing them kicks, man. He too big. He too big. The one that connected, and I looked at Gunther, and I was like, yeah, he gonna have some words with him in the back on that one, because
Yo, you saw? Nah,
Priest was
you
too
saw that
close.
it got. Yeah,
He was too
nah,
close.
it got serious for a minute.
Yeah. He caught some good contact with that kick. I was like, Priest, man, you too big to
Yeah,
be jumping around
it
the
was
way
some
that you do.
receipts that was there passed on through that match.
I mean, the
What
match was
about
for a title
what
match. It was
about
decent.
Gunther getting the blood on his chest? He was
Yeah,
getting hit so
I was
hard.
gonna say that, man. Them damn chops. That's one of the reasons why I can never be a wrestler. Okay, because you smack me in the chest that way, I'm gonna see you in the back afterwards. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
fighting
I
for
felt
real.
a punch.
This ain't 1994, Jay.
Yeah, nah.
Nah, I've
Well,
been
it's
hit.
gonna be
I've been
1994.
hit. Nah, I've been hit your ass like Brock Lesnar hit Braun Strowman. Put you dead in your nose.
So this is so I was watching this with one of our other contributors, Fade Mitchell. Uh, I was watching with him, and I was like, "Yo, Finn going back to the demon," and he was like, "Why you say that?" I said, "Look at the way that Finn is staring at him after Priest realized he turned. He was doing like that demon scowl that he does. He just ain't had no face paint on.
No, we definitely getting Listen, it's
We
about
getting the
time, right?
demon.
We're getting the
Gonna
Demon is
be
demon
coming
back.
back.
this will be the
It's going
first
to be the
time that
demon
we're
versus
having
priest.
a heel demon.
Yes. And I
Yeah,
Yeah,
think
that's
that this is going to be, honestly, I think this is going to be one of the best versions of the demon that we're going to get,
yeah,
because
this is about to be
when
one of the
he
best versions of Finn we about to get.
because when he beats Priest, because we know he's going to beat him, right? I think
yeah.
this is finally going to be Finn's time to rise to, you know, get in the title picture.
All right,
Even though he should have won it last year at SummerSlam, but we'll whatever.
we
That
gonna talk about that too.
just saying. Um, I I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. We have to get. It's time. It's time to bring the demon back. That's all I'm gonna say.
Can I just say that Damian Priest actually did one of the smarter things in wrestling that most people never do. He actually looked up at the jumbotron to see the replay
Uh,
and see that he got that he got cheated. It was like it's always right there.
it
Right.
is always right there. It is always right
Yeah.
there.
What
Uh,
about when he hit the scorpion and tried to grab Finn through the ropes when he saw that he turned on him?
yeah. I like the whole fact that it was a year foreshadowing. Like I do like that part.
Yeah.
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 But shout out to
Yeah.
Gunther for winning his first title. I look forward to see what he does as the champion. You know what I'm saying? As the world heavyweight champion. It's interesting to see who's going to be the one to take the belt off of him.
All right. So we about now. It is time
Da,
for
da, da,
the final
da.
match. Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sokoa.
You better not put that fucking
Bloodline
orange and
rules.
yellow lay on your damn chest. I knew it. I knew it. I knew
He put the kebabs on.
it.
My boy
Listen,
changed his music up too.
I'm gonna tell you right now, right? There might not be some people that agree with me on this. Okay,
Uh-huh.
it's Roman saved that match.
What?
That's all I'm gonna say. Roman saved that match.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Roman returning, that match was ass. I just gonna say, I'm just gonna be real, okay? I mean, I already knew Roman was coming back whenever they made it Bloodline Rules. I mean, it was so freaking obvious. But other than that, if it wasn't for Roman making his debut and coming back, the
I
match
was
was
watching people's like live streams, their watch alongs, and they
yeah.
were like, "Man, we're getting a whole freaking SmackDown episode at SummerSlam."
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
knew, and
yeah.
then it's the same thing that I was like, Cody. It's clear. Whenever he's fighting somebody, he always got to hit that crossroads 3 times before it's a wrap. He always hits it 3 times in a row, and then he pins, and that's when the match is over.
Hey, but what I really want to know though is that has anybody seen any reports? Did Tamatonga really fuck his ankle up, or was he just acting?
Oh,
Because when
you
You
they
talking
mean
about
Jacob
when
Fatu?
Jacob Fatu?
I mean Fatu,
Jacob
yeah, I'm
Fatu.
sorry, Fatu. When they showed that replay and he hit that table and you see his ankle bounce up the way he did, and the fact that
Well, he was shown wearing a
he
walking
couldn't
boot.
really
He was shown wearing a
okay.
walking boot the next day.
All right, okay. I was about to say there's no
So
way that they were faking that because he tried to stand
okay,
up, and when he tried to stand up, he fell right back down. And I was like,
so
I don't know if he pretending or not.
there were reports that they told him that we need you to sell an injury because we don't want you to, converse with Roman as of yet. But him selling the injury turned into a real injury.
Maybe.
That's why he was pissed. Because I don't think he was
Yeah,
like, shit, I really fucked my shit up. Like, damn.
I got another
I'm
question for you.
convinced.
I
I'm
just want to see if
convinced
it
that
was just me.
I'm convinced that Tonga Loe, he's trolling us at this point.
No,
He's
bro,
trolling us at
there's
this
no
point.
way.
He
Because
has to
he's
be.
been doing
He
that
has to
shit
be.
his whole career. First, he was
He
a
has
fucking
to be.
cholo riding on a bike in WWE a long time ago. He was a fucking cholo with Sin Cara before he was Sin Cara. He was doing that shit
This
in
he
New
almost ran into
Japan.
some fans after the event. He almost ran into some fans. He's trolling us. Ain't no way in hell.
Bro, how do you miss a corner spot? How? How? There's no way Triple H loves that shit, bro. There's no way. There's no way. One,
So
you
I
got
can't
one
even.
dude
I,
that
re- I
you got
refuse to
one dude
believe that
that
shit is
look,
real. Ain't no
and
way.
then you had Tomatonga. They were saying that, oh, he's the indie version of Roman Reigns, but he walks around going, "Ah, yeah, 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 yeah."
oh,
Bro,
Ah, yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah, 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 yeah,
playing
yeah, yeah.
sarcasm said it was the eye patch. His equilibrium's off.
Nah,
bro,
shit.
he was doing that before the eye
Man.
patch.
The
So
man
real
fucked up a
quick,
low blow.
I just want to know, right? Because we all knew Roman was coming back. We that was
Well, we
obvious.
also we also we I think one of the questions I asked was he coming alone, and he did come alone.
So my question was when Roman Reigns music hit, right?
Yeah.
And you got the hype, oh my god, Roman's back and everything, and then you see him come out and he paused and stood there for a good 30, 40 seconds. Was anybody else waiting for Brock Lesnar's music to hit like
I
Brock was about
was.
to come out next? Okay, all right. I just
I
wanted to
was.
make sure. I
I
was
Because
waiting
I've
wasn't.
for
been calling
either
that shit for the longest.
I was waiting for either Brock Lesnar or I thought it was gonna be Jimmy was gonna come out next to him. Like I
Jimmy
was
coming
thinking like
tomorrow or
I was
coming
like,
Friday.
okay, it's gonna be either two, either or of them. But when cause it was a nice pause, like it was a long pause, and the way
Yeah.
So
he was looking like, all right,
I
where you
read
at?
a
Let's go.
report that said that initially they wanted Jimmy, but they didn't want him to get booed. So they didn't have him.
I
So they
saw
didn't
that
have him
too.
come out. They didn't have him come out.
Yeah.
He would
Yeah,
have
I saw
definitely
it.
got booed. He would have definitely got booed.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, but yeah, man, that is it. Before we get off of SmackDown, how about that chokeslam Jelly Roll did, bro? That one handed.
Austin Theory doggone sold the hell out of that.
All right,
You want to talk
but
about
let's move
the
Why
on.
would
no
hold
no
on,
no
hold
no
on,
no
hold
you
on.
can't just move past that fast, all right? Because if we talking
Uh-uh.
about the choke slam, then we gotta talk about the five knuckle shuffle, all right? because
Oh, that three way five
that
knuckle
that was
shuffle,
a lot of
the
weight that came down on
the
theory.
15 knuckle shuffle.
I listen, Jelly Roll's my dude. I can man. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna say some shit that's gonna get me in trouble. We're just gonna leave it at that. Jelly Roll, I love you, man. You my dude. I ain't even gonna go there with Jelly Roll.
As you saw, he was on the short end of the apron, right?
Nah, that chair shot he did was horrid. I don't know what the hell that was. He made up for it with that choke slam though. That shit was. He said that nigga straight to hell.
Yeah, that was almost like Undertaker-ish.
Yeah, but all right. So let's move on to the Monday after. Let's go ahead and just start with the opening segment, which was Gunther coming out and then being challenged, and then Randy Orton coming out. And
Yeah,
then Randy Orton saying that the reason why he came out is, my shoulders weren't down. Triple H knows it, so I'm calling for my rematch. So him and Gunther will be fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship at Bash in Berlin.
in his hometown.
And
Yeah, Hey,
when is
Bash in
it?
Berlin.
No, when is it?
Next week, I think next weekend
No,
or
31st.
the end of this month,
31st.
31st.
Mhm.
My question is, do you think they'll do Gunther like that and give him that short of a title reign?
Nah.
No.
The only way I see that, the only way I see that happening is if they plan on giving Randy number 15, so Cena could come take it for number 17 when Cena wins the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
That'd be the only reason.
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one that was on that type of time
True.
now, okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
that'd be the only
it's
reason.
just amazing that to me that as soon as
Randy
Gunther
Orton is
win the
fighting.
World Heavyweight Championship, Randy Orton's the first one to come out to challenge him for it. And it just
And
so
y'all know
happens
how much
that
I hate that shit because I hate cross brand shit. Y'all know I hated that. I hated every
but
piece
it
of that.
but it makes sense. Listen,
It makes sense. I still don't
I
like
s-
it.
I saw the article on Facebook when I was reading it that somebody put out, all right? About this whole John Cena's, his retirement tour, all that, okay? And they said one of two things is probably going to happen in this retirement tour. One, John Cena, who's already come out and said, "Listen, I'm retiring. At this point, I'll take number 16, or 17. I'll break the record."
Right.
Or we know that John Cena is not a Grand Slam champion. And in order for him to be a Grand Slam champion, he
He
needs
got to.
the Intercontinental Championship.
Braun
And
Breaker
Braun
got to
has
win
been
it first.
calling him out. Braun Breaker's been
So
calling him out.
I see WrestleMania in Vegas going down one of two ways. One, John Cena in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I've already said this, if he's going to break the record, it has to be against one of his biggest rivals. And that's either going to be CM Punk or Randy Orton.
Yep.
Or if they decide not to go that route and they decide that, you know what, no, they're definitely going to give him the Grand Slam and they're going to put him up against the Intercontinental Champion, whoever that is at the time. To me, that's the only. I think about it. That's a WrestleMania event. That it has to be one or the other. It's not
Let me
going to
tell
be
you
John
something.
Cena in another squash match against
Why?
somebody at
Why he can't
WrestleMania.
do both?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now.
Eh,
If
This is too dicey.
this may or may not be a hot take. If John Cena wins that Intercontinental title, Dominic gonna take it from him. He gonna
I
put
can
Dom
see that.
over.
I
He
can
gonna
see
put
that.
Dom over if he wins
I
that
actually,
Intercontinental Championship.
I actually like that. I actually like that. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Not
Because
one bit.
you gotta rebrand Dom, and what better way? Because Cena's had classic matches with his father, Rey
Yeah.
Mysterio. So
Hell, he
I tell
actually
you,
was the one who took it off Ray in less than 24 hours.
I was about to say the same. It
hmm
wasn't even 24 hours. It was, I think Rey
Yeah, it
Mysterio
was the
held the
same
title for
night.
like 5 minutes. I think it was like 5 minutes and some change.
Yeah,
yeah, you talk about heat. I'm trying to tell you, man. They about Dominic. We gonna talk about this. Dominic about to get a mean ass push, and I'm trying to tell you, if John
What do
Cena
you
gets
mean a
that
belt?
Intercontinental title,
Dominic
no, I'm
is
talking like no a new no. It's about to ramp up. It's about to ramp up.
Dominic Mysterio is holding down Monday Night Raw. I
It's
don't know
about
what
yeah.
to
y'all talking
ramp
about.
up now, though. It's about to ramp up.
They're not gonna do it fast. It's gonna be a
Yeah, it's not gonna
steady
be
push
fast. hmm It's gonna be a
because
slow
they
burn.
can't do it. Yeah, it can't be too fast. Otherwise, it's gonna stale out too quick.
And it's gonna take away from Finn, and we all know what Finn is about to do.
Listen, I can tell you this. All right, Randy Orton and Gunther. I'm almost 70, maybe 80% sure that this match is probably going to end in some type of disqualification, drawing it out probably until around what, October, November?
Well, Bad Blood is October 5th,
Okay. So yeah, so about October then, which gives
so you don't.
Gunther a 2 month, 2.5 month run with the championship, and then most likely I could see CM Punk or Randy Orton being the one to beat him for it.
Okay, well, let's talk about CM Punk. CM Punk comes out to the ring. He he's joyous. He's jubilant. He's excited. He says that I may have lost the match, but Drew McIntyre did not say what he was. He did not uh, fulfill what he said he was going to do. I am still standing because Drew said he's going to murder CM Punk, which we knew he wasn't going to do. Seth then comes out to confront Punk. Drew comes down in the crowd, still got the bracelet, but Seth and Punk, they too focused on each other. They're not even thinking about Drew. They too focused on each other. And then I forgot exactly what Drew said, but he got Punk to leave the ring. And then, as True said earlier, Seth Rollins is then attacked by Bronson Reed, who hits him with six tsunamis. I was like, damn,
Shit,
when are he gonna stop?
bro. That's like damn Godzilla. Fuck Super.
I mean, I think that that was a, honestly, in my opinion, I think that that was a fantastic way to write Seth Rollins off for a while.
Yeah,
And that's exactly what it was
I
for.
Yeah,
but
I
then the
think
question is why?
because they have to finish this feud with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, right?
And
Or
I
let
don't know if
Seth
I
slide?
don't think Seth was fully healthy.
And
Yeah, me.
Seth was a distraction for this feud. I'm not trying to be
Yeah,
mean.
No, I'm
Let's
talking
yeah,
just
about
call it what it was.
even when he fought Priest. I don't think he was fully ready, like medically cleared. He
yeah.
might have been. I think he had a setback or something.
Maybe.
Hold on, Xander. Who do you say? Who do you say sucks? Seth Rollins or Bronson Reed? You must be talking about Bronson Reed, but I don't agree with that. Uh, and you got to remember, Bronson Reed. He said that before when he talked to Adam Pierce. He said, "I'm looking for competition." Remember that storyline that Braun Strowman had when he first broke away from the Wyatt family. I'm looking for
Yeah.
competition. I'm looking for competition. If you're not gonna give it to me, I'm gonna take it in my own hands. So he went
Yeah,
out and attacked Seth. Seth, yes, I said. Oh, he thinks Seth sucks.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
hey,
Do I think
don't
that
fight
Seth
with
is
brothers.
overhyped? Yes, Seth is overhyped, but suck. I don't know about that, my boy. I can't get on that train. Can't
Them
get
some
on that
fighting
If
train.
you would
words
like to
right there.
expound on your comment, we are more than happy to see it. Sanders like, wow, that's crazy. Trash.
No,
Oh, he
the
followed it
the
up. He
attack
doubled
the
down.
attack the attack was basically just to write off Seth for a little bit. And then
Mm-mm.
when Seth comes back, because honestly, Seth's problem that he has is with CM Punk, right? Not
Yeah.
so much Drew McIntyre, more CM Punk. And I just can't see them progressing this whole feud with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk while Seth Rollins is in there beefing with CM Punk too. They have to finish the one in order to get to the next one.
Okay. I feel like we need to address this. Yes, he can work, but his character does nothing. Does nothing. He has no real charisma. He was the weakest link in the Shield. Shall I go on? And he said he wants all the smoke.
Whoa,
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 whoa. First of all,
buddy,
everybody,
buddy,
I
buddy.
love this guy right now. Can I please go in?
Go
Can I
ahead,
please
Go
go
ahead.
in?
go ahead.
Because
Hey
that
Jay,
just
tell me you
knocked the
hear these
COVID.
gunshots.
That just knocked the
That
COVID
just
right out of me.
that just cured your COVID.
Yeah, because everybody
Kill the
knows,
COVID.
mind you, I put up the ones now, but the weakest link, and everybody knows the weakest link was Roman Reigns when he was a part of the Shield. Seth Rollins carried the fucking
Woo!
Shield when he was there. So it was Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and then it was motherfucking Roman Reigns. That's why
Which is
they
why we
put
need
Seth
a new
Rollins
one. I
into
love
that
it.
solo spot. Like he was that token one. He was the workhorse. He still is the workhorse. Like yeah, his character right now, flamboyant, we don't really get into it, but he's the person that's always done character changes throughout his career. He is quote unquote supposed to be like the Shawn Michaels of WWE right now. But talking about the weakest link, nah, bro.
Listen, I
It
will
took
say that I will say
it took
this,
Roman
okay?
Reigns 15 years to get to where he's at now.
On the current topic of the version of Seth Rollins that we have right now, I will say that this is my least favorite. All right.
Yeah, you can
I
say that.
I
Definitely.
I dig the Messiah a lot better than I am with this current
The
Rollins that we
visionary.
have. Yeah, the Visionary. I'm the Visionary is okay. It's not his best version that he's come out with. Now, I think I think saying that he sucks is nasty work though.
Hold
uh,
on.
I don't think that we
First of
could
all,
put
oh
suck
my
and
goodness.
Seth Rollins in the same topic or the same comment or
Yeah, I
anything
even
like
liked him
that.
when he was the King Slayer. I like that version of him.
Yeah, I like the Kingslayer too. But
Bro,
I will
okay.
say that
So
I wouldn't mind when Seth comes back. I wouldn't mind for him to I am kind of over the laugh. I kind of over the
Well,
but
that's his
you
heel
know
laugh. That's always been his laugh
but
when he's
he's
a heel.
having, you know what is so crazy about it though? Genuinely, Seth Rollins is having so much fun with the character that he's in right now. I don't
Yeah,
see it changing anytime soon.
with
That's
the
all I'm gonna say.
outfits and everything.
Yeah, with the outfits, I'm not digging the hills that he be coming in the platforms and all. That's just me though. That's not my cup of tea.
I'm
But
okay. So you're saying that it hold on, no, go back. It was proven at his
Oh, my
at
bad. I got it.
as
I got
his
it.
title was secondary and an afterthought. First of all, anytime you're bringing a second title to be another main title into the mix, you have to pick the right person to make that championship relevant. So, in order to make the World Heavyweight Championship relevant, you had to pick one person who can carry that torch, and that person was Seth Rollins. They could have picked between Seth Rollins or AJ Styles. They picked Seth Rollins, and he sucks for that.
It's still a secondary title with Gunther having it.
it's always going to be a secondary
It's
title.
always going to be it,
It's
but
going to be a
Yeah.
it,
secondary. You got to think about it. The World Heavyweight
Well,
Championship has always been a secondary title. There
it
has
took
never
it
been
took
a time
Roman
in
Reigns. It took Roman Reigns 3 years to get the Universal title to be the main title. Because
exactly.
yeah,
that was the
but
Universal
what
title
I'm
was a
saying is
secondary title.
But what I'm saying is that the World Heavyweight Championship has always been a secondary title. There has never been a time where the World Heavyweight Championship was the title over the WWE Championship. Never been
True.
a time,
Even
right?
when Triple H was World Heavyweight Champion, John Cena was WWE Champion. Like it was always a big
Reign
name
of
star
Terror.
that held the biggest title.
They made such a huge, and it goes to show the significance of the World Heavyweight Championship because they made the biggest mistake ever by getting rid of it for the Universal Championship, right? And
Yeah,
then they finally corrected that when they combined the Universal Championship with the WWE Championship to kind of dead that and get away with it, right? But I don't think that there's anybody currently right now that could have gave the World Heavyweight Championship the status that it needed other than Seth Rollins. I
Do you?
don't think
Because
any.
we think about it now. We talking about Finn Balor, but the Finn Balor that was going for it back then wouldn't have elevated it the way that Seth had.
No, no, not the way Seth has. Seth Rollins defended that title every pay per view since he's won it.
Yeah.
Every one, every single one.
And all his feuds were engaging.
Yeah, there's nobody that could have pushed the World Heavyweight Championship the way that Seth Rollins did. I don't, not even AJ Styles. I don't think that it would have hit as good as it did with AJ Styles. Do I think that Seth Rollins held on to it a little bit too long? Yeah. I mean, him holding on to it for over a year, I think that was still a little bit too long
That
than
was
what we
OD.
needed, especially when we had Roman Reigns going on 3 years with the championship. But I mean, I'm happy to see. As much as I hate it because Damian Priest did get his title run, I am glad that, like I preach it and I continue to preach it. We don't need long champions. Like, you don't need every champion to hold on to the title for 6, 7, 8, 9,
Exactly. That is
12
my
months or
exact
whatever.
thing. That goes to this comment right here. Everybody wanted Seth to lose it. No, we just didn't want him to hold it for a fucking year because Roman
Yeah,
already had a stranglehold
uh,
on his title. We wanted to be able to
yeah.
see the title change hands eventually. So
He had three main titles that was held for over four main titles that was
4.
held for over a year. You had the women's championship, yeah,
Yep,
the intercontinental,
yep.
the universal, the undisputed title, and then the world heavyweight championship. You had four main titles that were held for
But
over a
if
year,
but if
and
you notice,
it was nonsense.
it seems like they've understand that and they realize that, hence the reason why we had 7 title changes at
Yeah.
SummerSlam.
But Xandal, you got to understand the demon cannot stay the demon the whole time. Finn has never created the demon to be a main character like the Fiend, and that's probably why it went to shits in the first place. Because
Yeah, no, the reason the demon exists is the demon is to end the feud. If you notice
right,
that Finn Balor only brings the demon out whenever it's the final chapter of whoever he was feuding with at the time, and it was
exactly,
to end that feud. And then what happened was WWE, well, I'm not gonna say WWE because that was the Vince McMahon era, who couldn't
yeah.
book shit, decided that the demon was gonna lose just about every damn match that he had for what, a 3-year time span. So I mean, that's one of the reasons why Finn Balor decided, like, I'm not bringing the demon out anymore.
okay, we're not gonna stay on this all night. But y'all want to address these most recent comments, JD? You like you do.
Condition. No, I've just been watching wrestling all around in general for pretty much my whole life, and I've seen long title reigns, I've seen short title reigns, I've seen mid title reigns, so I know what makes good product. I know what actually make for more fans to look at it. Yeah, it was dumb as fuck to have Seth Rollins hold on to that specific title for so long, but he was the person that made it relevant. Like that's what the whole thing was about, saying Seth Rollins sucks. No, Seth Rollins was the face of WWE at that point. Roman Reigns had to be conditioned, had to work to get to the point. So then you got two big faces that you brought in together that are now running the show. Of course, you keep the titles on to them. Like that's the thing. Go back, you say Roman Reigns, if he was with the authority, he would have been the same way. No, he would have been the Batista of the legacy. He didn't talk. He would have just been the brutal one, the one that just handled the dirty work. Like you got to
Well,
look
let me
back in history and see that people they condition everybody to be the same way, no matter what group they're in.
let me just interject one thing real quick, right, before we move on. So here's the thing about longevity. Okay, you got to think about this, and I said this too, Trey. You can contest to this, right? WWE was is I still say that they were in a transitional phase. Okay. You have a lot of champions that were no longer there. Like big time champions, right? You needed somebody to kind of step up and you needed somebody to kind of take the reins and kind of run away with the show.
No pun
Um
intended.
yeah, pretty much. And then on top of that, okay, you got to think about all the scandals that were going down and surrounding Vince McMahon. It didn't make sense to take the title off of Roman Reigns. One, because that distracted a lot of people from what was going on backstage. Okay. And then two, once you realize that, holy shit, wait, Roman Reigns is now running 2 years as WWE champion, you start seeing the little numbers calculating up there with, okay, who's had the long title reigns? Who's had these long title reigns? That's a storyline that you can't move away from, right? They've never had a champ. Nobody in the last century go with the championship that long. You can't just move away from that storyline and put the title on somebody else. You can't just move away and say, all right, let's go ahead and let him drop the title, right? That's a historic run. And at some point, you need that historic run to help with the company longer on down the road. You get what I'm saying? So, I
Hmm.
mean, we knew that they weren't going to move off of Roman Reigns anytime soon. We already said that, okay, yeah, we knew they were going after Hogan. They're never going to touch Bruno. They're never going to touch Bob Backlund. Nobody's touching that. That's never happening. But after 2 years, I think people started to talk in the back and realize that, you know what, Hulk Hogan is attainable. Like, we can do this right now. We're almost there. So I wouldn't have changed it. I wouldn't have, even as much as I complained about Roman having the title for so long. I wouldn't have done it different. I would have let him run with it as long as he did too.
All right. Well, let's move on to Damian Priest. Came out to the ring, called out Finn Balor, and then Finn Balor in the backstage segment talked about his history with Priest, and JD mentioned it earlier that this has been a year in the making. Uh, how did you feel about the promo, JD, from Finn?
It was. I mean, I like the fact that it started with him and then ended with everybody around him.
And
Judgment Day
everybody,
2.0.
and you got to think everybody in that group has been wronged by Rhea or Priest.
Yeah, fact.
They never
Like
wanted
they,
JD McDonough did a promo talking about before he fought Priest, how Priest never wanted him in there, even though JD McDonough was taking a lot of bullets for him uh, in the Judgment Day, and then Carlito was never officially a member. Rhea was always asking why is he still here, and then we
Yep.
know the
fact.
history between Dom and Liv and Rhea.
Well, we go. Well, it they took it back to where Dom took it back even on his Instagram when he said Liv gets me. Like she never put her hands on me, but before I even came with the Judgment Day, Rhea, you had me in a chokehold against the apron
I
Hmm.
mean, think
When
about
him and
when
his
Rhea
dad.
got, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
think about how Rhea got Dom into the Judgment Day in the first place. I
yeah,
mean,
She beat him into
all
submission.
pretty much she really did pretty much. I mean,
yeah.
all in all, I think that it's a different change especially with the Judgment Day. I didn't think that they were still going to call themselves the Judgment Day and come out with the Judgment Day music. I thought that the Judgment Day was going to be completely done. So
Do you
I'm
think?
just
Do you think Priest getting new music?
Yeah,
he has to have new music
he has
now.
to change it.
I mean, him
Yeah.
and Rhea were quote unquote in the same night kicked out of the Judgment Day. So they both have to come with new
Nah, I think hers
entrance
is
music.
straight. Like she's always had this is my brutality.
Yeah, her
So
music could stay. His needs to change though.
yeah,
Okay, well,
Uh,
yeah.
but the only problem that I had, because I actually didn't have a problem with Rhea and Priest coming out on top against them when they tried to jump them, because that happens. Baby faces always come out on top with certain situations like that. Because
Hmm.
I know because eventually they're going to get beat down. I just didn't like that. I know you said Dom said something on IG. I wish that we actually got a Liv and Dom promo on Monday. That's the only thing that I wanted was a Liv and Dom promo.
um,
It could have been backstage so that you don't have to worry about the booze. But
yeah.
I have to
I just
say
wanted
this
that.
though. I really feel like now this really makes the Judgment Day weaker, right? I
They're
mean,
gonna add
don't get
somebody.
me wrong. It's not to take anything away from Liv. I'm taking a lot away from Carlito because it's Carlito we're talking about. But I'm just saying, like you lose the
They're
aspect
undersized.
of yeah, you lose the aspect of the dominance from losing Rhea and Priest, right? So I think that if you're going to do this, I don't really want them to add anybody else to the Judgment Day, right? I want this to
No,
be a more sneaky Judgment Day, right? Where
yeah,
they outsmart, like more witty, where they outsmart their opponents, right? Before they were just taking out who they want when they want it as they wanted to, right? But now that you're
yeah,
losing your powerhouses, your two powerhouses for the men and women, you can't really move that way anymore, right? So I kind of want to see how they do this, but if they start having the Judgment Day come out and just start beating down people, like that's not gonna work. Not with these little guys that they have now. Like I don't
right.
see that working anymore. They got
Yeah,
to
They
start
will.
taking people out backstage and stuff.
They are going to use the name the Terror Twins. They already said it on TV. So, and they have matching vests that say Terror Twins. But also, uh, there's been rumors. Tell me what y'all think about this. There have been rumors that Judgment Day could actually recruit Raquel Rodriguez to be Liv's bodyguard type in the Judgment Day. What y'all think
You
about
mean
that?
Liv? You mean Liv?
Well, yeah, she will be Liv's bodyguard,
You said Rhea at
Raquel
first. That's
Rodriguez,
why you threw me off.
uh, to fight Rhea.
Um,
Because remember, Rhea injured Raquel Rodriguez before she injured Liv.
I would actually be fine with that. And the only reason why I say that is because I wouldn't mind there being two women in the Judgment Day versus when it was just Rhea by herself.
yeah,
So I actually wouldn't mind that aspect. And
I
then you
like
never
that.
know. I could see Liv and Raquel, Liv being a dual champion because they would probably end up taking the women's tag team championships. So I'm actually not 100% off with that.
And then they be like a makeshift LWO because you would have Dom, Carlito, and Raquel.
No, we're not doing that. We're not. We're not doing that.
But
Honestly,
also,
if you really want my opinion, I don't see Carlito being in this Judgment Day for too long.
probably not. Because I think that they will end up getting a powerhouse. I
I
think they
think
get like
so
But
too.
a male powerhouse.
Priest and Rhea, um, do they recruit? See, Priest could. He probably could have an easier way of recruiting as opposed to Rhea, because Rhea has pretty much assaulted every female superstar on Raw.
I'm about to say
The one per
she gonna yeet it up.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say two people that they could probably recruit is definitely Sammy and Jay Uso.
No, no, I don't see it happening. They don't need to recruit anybody. They are the powerhouse of Judgment Day. They are quote unquote the two strongest
But
members of
okay,
Judgment Day.
we're not saying what they shouldn't do. We're
No, I'm
saying
just
what's gonna
saying
happen.
And Jay
I don't
already
think
talked about it. He already said him and Sammy gonna go after them tag titles against the
I
Judgment
don't
Day.
yeah, I don't think that Priest and Rhea, I don't think anybody should align themselves. I think whenever they do try to recruit and they do go after anybody, people are going to remember them for what they did to them as the Judgment Day. And I think that everybody's eventually going to just turn them down and tell them, no, this is your problem. You deal with it. Kind of like
Yeah,
how, remember how they were acting towards Jay a little bit when he first came to Monday Night
yeah.
Raw when he first got drafted. So, I
Hmm.
mean, I just think that honestly, Priest and Rhea are going to get beat down for the next week or two, and then finally they're going to have their match. It's going to be what the only way I really see it happening. They're going to have to recruit somebody. It's going to have to be them versus whatever.
This is what, and I just want to say, I just want to ask y'all a question. So, who do you think are the real heels in this feud? The Judgment
I mean,
Day or Damien and Rhea?
it has to be the Judgment Day because Damian and Rhea are face. They've been face for a
No,
while
but
now.
who in reality who are the real heels?
I mean,
Not in kayfabe, but who are the real heels?
Man, ain't nobody bigger hill than Dirty Dom. I'm sorry. It don't matter who you are right now.
Yeah.
That's true, but I'm saying
Nobody's
the
a bigger
reason
hill
the
than
reason is because the best heels are when the heels have a justified reason for why they're doing what they're doing, and they're not just doing it just cause. Finn said that Judgment Day was supposed to have no leaders. That's why they built Judgment Day. That's why they kicked Edge out. And then when Rhea and Priest got their titles, they got big headed and started bossing everybody around. And then so all the three original members of Judgment Day have all been kicked out. Them niggas
But
is the heels, bro.
it was, but that's the thing. It was never a problem when Rhea did it. It was only a problem when Priest did it.
They didn't like when Rhea did it neither, though.
No, it was a
No,
problem for Dom when Rhea did it.
No, they didn't. No, Finn didn't like it when Rhea did it either.
Yeah.
Finn didn't like it. Don was just going along to get along. He was a boy
yeah.
toy. He was
I
speak when spoken
kind of,
to.
yeah. I kind of felt like that. Priest was the one who didn't like what Rhea gave charge because he always corrected. Like I thought there was no leaders, but then when he
But
got the championship,
that was before
That
when
was
he had
before
his
he
money in the
won.
bank is when he started talking shit.
Yep.
right? Exactly. So Finn didn't have a problem with it. Priest did, and then Finn started having a problem when Priest won the championship.
And then so yeah, so moving on from that. So A Town Down Under was on Raw, and they apparently there was a handshake agreement between Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis. Now rumors are that they're about to do a
A
swap,
trade was made. Yeah.
and Jay and Sammy are going to go to SmackDown,
Of course.
and A Town
Of
Down Under is
course
going
they
to go to
are.
Raw.
Of course they are.
Because we know we got this bloodline storyline still going, and we got to have get them together for War Games. We was all wondering how it was going to happen.
Hey,
That's
my
the
The
ones,
that's the
original
my
worst
blood,
ones go
original
like this,
bloodline versus
not
the
like
new
that.
one.
that's the worst
Mine goes,
trade ever. That's the
mine goes
worst
like
trade
this.
ever for Raw.
Mine goes like
Yeah, my
this.
ones is like this, not like
All
this.
I, all I'm gonna say is if that's the truth, Raw's getting the short end of the stick because A Town Down Under sucks and it's trash.
They about
That's
to
all I'm
break
gonna say.
up.
They should have never been put together in the first place.
We had to get, but we had to get Jay and Sammy back to Roman somehow.
He said it's the worst Hawker trade.
All right.
Man, look,
And before we leave, so Chad Gable's new group is called American Made. Him and the Creeds. What y'all think about the Wyatt Six debut in ring?
It was good. I'm glad they just didn't make him see like an indestructible force. I was hoping that they did not make that mistake, seeing that they can't be beat up or anything like that. It was a great debut for them three. Good to see Eric Redbeard. You know, he's getting himself in ring shape. Dexter Loomis is the truth. Uh,
I actually
I think
like Chad Gable's new crew, man. It fits him so much better.
no, it does fit. I don't
It
like the
fits
name.
him so much better. Yeah, I don't like the
You don't
name
like
either,
you don't like
but
American Made?
nah, I
No.
don't like it. But
They're
Um,
all Olympians.
the group, I know. I just said the group fits him so much better, and it's not to throw anything, not to throw any shade on Otis or whatever. You know, Tozawa's just we're not even gonna
There.
touch that topic. We ain't got enough time for that.
yeah.
But I mean, I would like to see after they finish this whole Wyatt Six thing, like I want to see exactly what they really got in plan for Chad Gable and them because like
Well,
I
as
could
you
see
see,
them really doing something if they really push them really hard.
there's three championships in the making right now. We already know two of them are the Intercontinental and the U.S. Championship for the women's division, but they are thinking about doing like a faction title,
Like a
not a
six man tag.
trios, a faction title. Yeah,
I wouldn't do a faction title. I would rather take a trios title versus a faction
I
title. That's the
mean,
dumbest. I'm just
yeah,
saying.
but you can't call it the trios because it's already taken. So
The
Go
women's
with six
division
man.
needs a mid card championship. I mean, we've been
yeah,
saying this for
it's
years. They
coming.
they need
It's
that.
already
They
coming.
definitely need that. I mean,
Yeah,
they
it's
needed
coming.
the tag team championships, but they just don't know what the hell they're doing with tag teams. So
Yeah,
at this point, I need WWE just fucking get rid of all their tag team championships
yeah. It
because
might
they're
be it might
awful
be a
when it
six
comes
man
down to
tag
booking.
championship. If they could make a championship called the Speed title, then they could make a 6 man tag
I
championship.
needed them. I wanted them to bring a mixed tag team champion. You know what I mean? Like mixed
Facts.
tag
Yeah.
titles. Like when they did their whole when that mixed tag stuff took off on Facebook Live, I was like, yo, they need to capitalize and they need to make this an actual thing. And they fell short on that. So
Yeah.
if they fell
Yeah.
short on that, they're gonna fall
Go
short
ahead.
on
All they
pretty
gonna
much
do is
everything
yeah,
else.
just put those on the Terror Twins. They gonna win it. Uh, let me see. So y'all think Becky Lynch is retiring?
Who?
Becky Lynch.
Um, actually, yeah, I really do think that she's.
She
I
put a
think that
post after her AEW. I said AEW. A&E documentary was posted. She posted on her IG pretty much saying it's been a great career. Thank you everybody. So do y'all think she's actually retiring?
she's
Yeah.
retiring because I think that Seth is. I think Seth got about 2 more years left, and then he's done. I
Yeah.
think that she's going to retire first, and then I think that in the next 2 years, Seth is probably going to be done. I mean, honestly, what is there left for Becky to do? Let's
No.
just be honest. There's really nothing left for her to do. Just
No.
to keep stacking up the number of championships that she has.
They're trying to.
Other than
They're
that,
trying to. Yeah. Because you don't have nothing to prove. You don't have to beat Charlotte Flair to 14 titles.
Hmm.
Like
Becky
nobody
Lynch
wants
is already she's already had her
Grand
Hall of
Slam.
Fame career. Like she could
Exactly.
quit today, and then next year she would probably be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Honestly,
Oh yeah, definitely. And they
Okay.
probably working out another kid too.
I think that's the other thing too. They're working on another kid.
Yeah.
All right. How y'all feel about Wesley turning on the Rascals?
Hey, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't see that coming. But when I was watching it, I was like, oh shit, he about to flip the script. But Hill Wesley look like it could be interesting. You know who I would have liked to see like Wesley with? Leo Rush as heels. I think that would have been dope.
Mm,
Mm.
Yeah. Blackheart, Leo Rush. That would have been dope.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I really ain't got nothing on that. Shout out to Wesley. All
But
right. Final topic before we get to the fan question of the night. Uh, and this is real quick. So Brett Baker got suspended for altercation she had with MJF in the back, but now she's off suspension because she showed up on AEW last night. But what y'all think about
who
people
suspended her?
uh
I think the
Tony Khan did.
suspension was I think the suspension was fake anyway because weren't they talking about she just got casted to some show? I saw it.
She's gonna be on Cobra Kai
Oh
season
yeah,
6.
she's gonna be on Cobra. What? No, this is the final season, or maybe
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
they broke it up into two parts.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I think that suspension was. I think that's what that is. I think that's building up for her hiatus for her feud on the show. It's just weird. It's just weird that she gets suspended, and then while she's on suspension, you see that come out that she's going to be part of the Cobra Kai next season. I don't know that.
Yeah. Great cover up, right?
Exactly.
All right. So we're gonna. This is we have a subscriber question. This one comes from Truth. He sent this to us. He says, "Question: What has been the better story over the last year, the Bloodline 2.0 or the Judgment Day?"
Judgment Day.
Yeah, it's Judgment
Judgment
Day.
Day.
Judgment Day
That's
all
not
day.
even like that's just
There's absolutely no.
the
I
Bloodline
don't. This
2.0 was cool when they were initially bringing in the new people, but because you were like, "Oh shit, what the fuck, Tama Tonga doing there?" That was really
Yeah.
unexpected
But
when
now
he
that they
first showed
have
up.
all the members there, the storyline's been ass.
All we waiting on now is Hikuleu.
Well, it was just that it was it had some high moments, and then once Tongaloa came in, it just dropped all the way down. And then they threw Jacob in there, and it was like, oh shit, we knew he was coming, but damn, he didn't drop weight. He was good. We actually get to see what he can do on live
He went to
TV.
the
But
side
then
that
it
we
was
didn't
like,
think he was gonna go.
right. So yeah, but Judgment Day has been consistent. So
Yeah.
Hmm. All right, man. Did y'all have anything else that y'all wanted to speak about before we get out of here?
no, I gotta blow my nose.
All right. All right. Well, then everybody sign out.
Y'all already know what it is. Hey, it's your boy OTR Bike Jaw, aka the Oracle. You already know, coming off this Chewy, not the Haktui. You
Oh
already know.
Lord.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna end this with yo.
So,
This is Jay, aka
nah,
Mr. Rand. I'm not even touching any part of that.
Please don't. Um, this is your boy Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey, aka Thursday Night Trey. If you take a look at the bottom of the screen, those are all of our socials. Go ahead and follow us on that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check us out on Spotify and Apple iTunes podcast. But other than that, we will see y'all next time. This has been episode 114 Over the Road Wrestling Podcast. Peace out, y'all.